everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a little bit different of a video. I'm going to do a video on mature skin. The skincare routine that's recommended for someone with more of a mature skin, and also tips and tricks how to use products and how to make them work more to your benefit. First thing that I want to note is that I've been in the beauty industry for quite a long time. And the number one thing I get is that people with mature skin don't usually take recommendations from someone who also does not have mature skin. So I want you to note that I am trained. I have learned about mature skin. I know how to recommend products for mature skin. I'm a skin analyst as well. So I am fully trained on every skin type, whether it be oily, dry, mature, normal, combination. I am fully trained and I am fully educated in that. So I want you to understand that before I do get started. So the second thing I'd like to say is that I do get when people approach me about their skin. Someone with mature skin comes up to me and they're in their 40s or their 50s and they tell me that they've never put anything on their skin before, whether it be a moisturizer or a face wash, anything like that. They use a bar of soap, they use warm water. That's the number one question I do get, and the number one response for me is you can always start somewhere. So if you've never used a skincare product, then you can always start. So it's never too late to invest in skincare and to use that skincare. I'm gonna start with explaining a skincare regime for mature skin, recommending a few products, and along the way I'll give a few tips and tricks how to utilize all those products. So first I'm going to start with exfoliant. So exfoliant is good for anyone. Anyone of any age, any skin type needs to be using an exfoliant. So something like this. This is my personal favorite. This is Darphin Anti-Age Dermabrasion. So any exfoliant will be an anti-age. Whether it says anti-age on the packaging or not, it will be an anti-age product. Just because when you do exfoliate, so you're going to take a little pea-sized amount of your product. It can be any exfoliant. Exfoliants isn't something that you have to spend a lot of money on. It's something that you massage in your face, and as long as it has those tiny little pearls in it, it will do its job. So you can get something from the drugstore, you can get something higher end, but that's completely up to you. Exfoliant is somewhere where you can save a little bit of your money and invest in other more important products in the skincare regime opposed to the exfoliant. So like I said, you take a pea size of the exfoliant, massage it in your hands, get it a little bit warm, and then massage it all over your face in little circles for about 1 minute. So you never want to over exfoliate. So over exfoliating can cause burns to the skin, it can cause irritations, anything like that. So if you've never exfoliated before, I will say start 1 to 2 times a week, whenever you like, not back-to-back days though. So say it's a Tuesday and then you do it again on a Saturday. So start with 2 days a week. That is the recommended dose, but for me I do it about 3 times a week just because I find that I do get dead skin buildup a little bit. You massage it in the nose as well. Do not do under the eyes just because that skin is so thin that it will get irritated very easily. Unless you have an exfoliant specifically made for under the eyes, but most of them are not. It takes off layers of dead skin. So with that being said, dead skin, it just sits on the surface and it causes blemishes, it can cause blackheads, it can cause a buildup within the pores. So if you do not exfoliate up of all this dead skin, which is never going to come off unless you exfoliate. So again, it is important to use the exfoliant. I would start with it 1 to 2 times a week and push it into your skincare regime because it is very important. Exfoliant, you take off the dead skin like I mentioned before, so it allows all the other products that I'm going to talk about next to penetrate deeper into your skin. So next is a good face wash. So face wash is something that many people don't think they have to spend money on, but it's something that is very beneficial. So if the only thing you're going to do in your skincare regime is wash your face, then make sure it's with something suitable for your skin type and suitable for your skin's age as well. So there is ones that are universal. So something like the CeraVe face wash is something that's universal for everyone. So that's good for everyone. It is recommended by a dermatologist. It's a really good face wash. But something if you want to focus on anti-age is Genis. So this is from Sephora. It is an ultimate anti-age melting cleanser. So with that being said, it's not rough. It's super smooth. It's a melting cleanser. So it's as you warm it up, the more it's going to penetrate into your skin and get rid of any of those impurities, makeup, anything like that that's on your skin. This is just a small a small size, but you can get the larger size as well. But this face wash is more expensive just because it is focused at a targeted area. So it is focused at anti-age. So if you do not want to go with something with an anti-age, like I said, use anything that's suitable for your skin type. And that's important because you can't be using something that's supposed to be for dry skin when you have oily skin, because it's not going to help with that oil control. So I would say make sure you look into your face wash, invest in a good face wash, because that's something that's super important. And if you're not gonna wash your face properly, then all your makeup and all your oils and dirts from the day is gonna stay on your skin for the all night, and then it's gonna cause impurities, cause blocked pores, and it can cause fine lines as well. So when something is built up in your skin and it can't get out, it causes fine lines. So note that, because it is important to get a good face wash in and wash your face morning and night. I personally love the Clarisonic because it is a little bit of an exfoliant, as well as it washes your face 7 times deeper than just your hands. So a Clarisonic, or I know the Michael Todd has a sonic hair brush as well. So that's definitely something I would look into if you want a deeper clean. So the next thing here is a toner. So a toner is very important as well. So if you're gonna use 2 things in your skincare regime, make sure you're using a face wash and a toner. That's just my opinion, but I find those are the most important items. So with that being said, I do have the Michael Todd toner here. This one is the cranberry antioxidant one. So I really like this one. It's a big bottle for the price as well. So I do order this online because it is from the States. So because we are in Canada, it is something that we have to order online as of now. So there is a toner in every single brand. So you can choose whatever toner works for your skin type. So make sure you acknowledge that. Just because this one here is for normal to dry skin, and that's specifically what I do have. And this one also is targeted at mature skin if you have that problem. But I do have normal dry skin, so this does focus on my skin. If you have mature skin, you can also use something like this as well. But the number one thing with a toner is after you wash your face, you tone your face. So you take a cotton pad, put a little bit on a cotton pad, and wipe it all over your face. One thin layer all over the face. Minimize the pores. It helps with oil control. It helps clean out any pores and blackheads from blemishes. And it also helps rebalance the pH in your skin. So when you wash your face, the pH level of your skin does get taken off just because you're scrubbing away, and then I guess the natural pH gets taken off. So something like this, like a toner, will rebalance that pH. So not only will it help so that you don't just have oil in your T-zone, it'll help your skin to get back to its natural skin type. So if you feel that you're super oily and you're like, I'm not adding any more toners or oils to my skin because I am already so oily, it could be because your skin is so dehydrated that it's producing excess oils because it doesn't know what it's supposed to be. So by adding a toner, it's going to help rebalance that. Make sure you invest in a toner and make sure it's something that is targeted towards your skin. So next thing is a serum. So a serum is something that's a thin product that is going to penetrate quite deep into your skin. It's going to hydrate and help anti-age all the layers below your skin and not the surface area like a moisturizer would do. So a serum and a moisturizer do go together. So you can't use a serum by itself, and you should not be using a moisturizer by itself. So with that being said, you want to look for a serum that you can use morning and night. That's probably the easiest way to do it. You can use a hydrating serum in the morning under your hydrating moisturizer, and then an anti-age serum at night under your anti-age moisturizer. But to make it a little bit easier, you can just use one serum altogether. So this one here is the Lise Watier serum. So this one here, it is Canadian made. Lise Watier is a Canadian cosmetic company. So it does have Laboratory Tea ingredient. So it's the highest serum on the market that has Laboratory Tea ingredient in it, which is going to help with anti-age. It's going to help with unevenness. It's going to help with enlarged pores. It's going to help with hydration, and it is a serum that detects when there's something wrong with your skin. So when you put this serum on your skin, it will automatically detect where you need hydration, where you need anti-age, where you need help with unevenness, where your pores are a little bit enlarged. So it is a serum that is smarter than us ourselves, and it does detect automatically what you need and where you need it. So this is a serum that can be used morning as well as it can be used at night. It specifically can be used morning because you can put it under your makeup because it's so thin. So it's not going to be tacky, it's not going to be sticky. tacky. It's not going to be too thick that your makeup will come off, but it will give an even texture and hydrate your face before you put your makeup on as well. So again, this is Lise Watier Subline Essence Serum. So with this serum, it can be used for an anti-age as well as it can be used for someone like myself. So I am 21. I do use this serum because it does help with hydration. It helps with my pores, it helps with unevenness, and it does help with first signs of aging as well. It detects where I need anti-age. So if I need a, because I know I have a little bit more wrinkles on my forehead, so if it detects that I need a little bit of an anti-age up here, that's where that anti-age products in there will go. Targeted at someone who's 30 and older, but someone who needs a little bit of hydration and wants to focus on first signs of aging, this can also be used for them as well. So next is a moisturizer. So there's a couple moisturizers here. So ideally, every single morning you should be using a hydrating moisturizer, and at night you should be using an anti-age moisturizer. So because moisturizers are so confusing, I'm going to explain a little bit here for you. So in the morning, when you put hydrating products on, it's going to be on your face all day and it's going to hydrate throughout the whole day. But when you put anti-age products on at night, that's when your cells turn over. So that is when it's beneficial to use anti-age products. So most often for everyone's skin type, it is not beneficial to use anti-age products in the morning, but more beneficial to use them at night, because that is when your skin is settled, that's when your cells turn over, and that is when the anti-age ingredients get used up in the skincare. So ideally, to save a little bit of money and to use the best thing for your skin, I would say use a hydration in the morning and use an anti-age at night. Anti-age products are a lot more expensive than something that is specifically hydration. To save a few dollars, use an anti-age at night and use all the hydrations in the morning. So the one that I specifically like is this. It's the Clarins. It is the first signs of aging and is early wrinkle detection as well as its hydration. So this will also give you a little bit of that anti-age during the day, but its main focus is hydration. So by putting the serum first and putting a moisturizer after, the serum goes throughout all the layers below the top surface, and then the moisturizer goes on top, sealing all that serum in. It's a white cream. Again, it is important to know what type of skin type you do have, to get a cream or moisturizer that is targeted at that skin type. So this one here is for earlier detection for normal to dry skin, just like I am. So if you're oily skin, make sure you get a product that is targeted towards oily skin types. So next is a night moisturizer. So again, you would go in with your face wash, your toner, your serum, and then you'd go in with a moisturizer. So this is an anti-age moisturizer for someone who is 35 and older. So this is Advanced Retinol Night Treatment. So this is a moisturizer that does have retinol in it. It is quite strong. That is why retinol is used at night, just because it is, it would make your skin a little bit sensitive to sun and light if you used it during the day. So retinol is a very powerful ingredient. It is something that is used for anti-age, wrinkles that you may already have, as well as wrinkles that may come in the future. So it is something that's going to help with past, present, and future, which is really beneficial just because it is so universal. It is definitely something to invest in. So like I said earlier, skincare is an investment. Anything that is anti-age is quite expensive. So anything like this is a 50 ml tube. This would cost anywhere between $98 to $120. So you don't need to put a thick layer all over your face. Do a thin layer all over the face so that this product will last you as long as possible, so that you don't have to repurchase all the time. Make sure you are using it though, because I know the price tag is high and it is expensive. You need to make sure you're still using your moisturizer. So next is an eye cream. Eye creams are super important. I know many people use them after their serum or after their moisturizer, wherever you want in your routine. So with that being said, a morning eye cream is again something that is hydrating. You should not be using an anti-age eye cream in the morning, just because you could use that at night when the cells are turning over and when anti-age actually works. So in the morning, I would recommend something like this. So this is the La Roche-Posay Hydra Phase Intense Eye Cream. So this is something for any age. Any age can use this. It is all it is to hydrate the eye. So it's going to help with dark circles. It's going to help with puffiness. It's going to help with a little bit of dryness within the inner corners as well. So with that being said, I put a little bit on my ring finger here. I go in and I just put it on my optical bone. So I don't put it right up to my eye, just because that causes little bumps that are called milia. So you want to use the eye cream just at the optical bone, and then it will automatically move up to where it needs by itself. So a hydration eye cream is very, very thin. That's why it's perfect to use in the morning. Just because you are putting makeup on or you're going to work, you don't want a tacky and thick skincare regime in the morning. So more so at night is when you use something that is a little bit thicker and a little bit more of an anti-age, just because you're not going out, you're not going anywhere, and you're just sleeping. So you don't need something super thin. You want something really hydrating and really worth your while. So the next eye cream I'm going to suggest is something for at night. So at night, do exactly the same thing. Wash your face, tone your face, put a serum on your face, moisturize, and then you can put your eye cream. So with that being said, there is a few different eye creams that I would suggest. This is the Strivectin Concentrate for eye wrinkles. So this is something that is quite expensive, but you do get quite a big tube compared to something like this. So this is La Roche-Posay opposed to Strivectin. You do get quite a large tube here. So this is a 30 ml of product. This is targeted at someone who is 30 or more in age, as well as someone who may have premature wrinkles. So some people may not fall into that age category, but it does go by genetics and what you may have. Other 25-year-olds may not have. So it is up to your skin personally. Every skin type is different, so make sure you're looking at something specifically for your skin type. Next one I would suggest is the Pigment Clair Eyes. So this is an eye cream as well. So this is something I would use at night. It will help with really dark circles. So if you have panda eyes and you need to focus on your dark circles, something like this is really important to get. It does also help with anti-age. So it does have a little silver applicator here. So when it has a little silver applicator, you just put it again on the optical bone. You do not go in and put it right up to the eye. This one is safe for the eyelids. So I know many people with mature skin do have problems with their eyelids and the firming of the eyelids. So this is a safe product for above the eyes because it is made by a dermatologist. You do have to recognize that some products are not safe for the eyelids. Something like this Strivectin Eye Concentrate is not safe for the eyelids. It is not safe enough for that thin skin on the top there. So you have to make sure you read the packaging and be careful because it can be more damaging than it is good if you put it areas where it's not supposed to be. There's also a really good eye cream that I would recommend if that will help firm and lift your eyelids. It's called Darphin's Eyelid Uplifting Cream. So it's really, really nice. It's really thin too. So it's not a thick cream that you're going to put up there, but it is something that needs to be used consistently to see a difference. You will not see results if you do not use it morning and night, and you also will not see results until it's about 4 to 6 weeks, just because our skin is so used to how it used to be. So by putting a cream on, it's a shock to the skin and it needs time to adjust. So make sure with all these products you are giving it time. You will not see an overnight difference, but you will see a difference over time if you are consistent. Another thing I would recommend is a sunscreen. So the second concern that I always get from people with mature skin is that they have age spots, that they have dark spots in their skin, or that they see one appearing. So I want you to know that when dark spots appear, they're 10 to 15 years later than when you actually accumulated that dark spot. So that dark spot that you may see, I have one like right here. So if I see this one, it did happen 10 to 15 years ago and it's just coming to the surface now. So if you start protecting your skin, it will help with preventative measures for dark spots in the future, but any that you have already accumulated will already come to the surface. Something like a sunscreen and hydrating your skin will also help keep that dark spot below the surface and not for it to peer up to the surface. If you do have anything like a dark spot on your skin that you want to get rid of, anything like Clinique, even better, Dark Spot Corrector Serum is a really good serum to use, but again, you need to use it in conjunction with a sunscreen. So this one here is the La Roche-Posay 60 sunscreen. It's really, really thin. You can hear it there. It is specifically made for the face. So it's an everyday sunscreen that you're supposed to put on before your makeup, and you let it penetrate for about 10 to 15 minutes before you apply your makeup. Really recommend for every single person to use a sunscreen. Whether you sit in an office all day, there may be a window close to you, while you drive to work, while you exit from inside to outside to get into your car, you get hit with sun, which can cause dark spots, which can cause premature aging, which can cause wrinkles as well. So number one thing to use is a sunscreen. I know it's hard to use because every single day we don't want to be putting on a sunscreen. Even when it's winter out, we think we don't have to, but it's very important to recognize that you do have to. The sun is always out. The UV rays are so much stronger than they used to be, so a sunscreen is super important, especially if you're looking for an anti-age benefit. A sunscreen is definitely something to look into. So last but certainly not least, the neck area. So that is a concern that I've heard for many people is their neck. So when you're using all your serums and all your moisturizers, I would say bring those products down your neck and pat them in there as well. Just all the excess that's left over. Just because you will notice a difference within your neck if you start doing that every single day with all your moisturizers and all your serums, bringing the excess down and making sure that you pat it in there. So for someone who does have issues with their neck as of now, there is a correction to that. You can help with anything that you have. You can help firm and lift that area, as well as you can help with anything that may happen in the future to your neck area. Many reasons why people have issues with their neck is it could be genetics or it could be sun damage. Anything like those could cause areas of the neck to be less firm. I would recommend something like this. So again, it is Strivectin. Strivectin can be purchased from a drugstore. It can be purchased from something like Sephora or Morale, or it also can be purchased from Costco. I know it's often there. Just make sure you check the expiry date. TL Advanced Tightening Neck Cream. So it's a very thick cream. Like I could go like this, nothing comes out because it's such a thick cream. But make sure you're using this sparingly. So every night before you go to bed, this would be a perfect thing to do. After you finish your whole skincare regime and you're going to sleep, you're watching a show in bed, reading a book, anything like that, grab a little scoop of this and rub it, massage it in your neck. So always try to massage up in your neck instead of massaging down, just because we don't want to bring that skin down. We want to firm it and make it lift and firm all the way up. So this is definitely a problem area for many people, and it is an area where you can focus on before you notice that the area is a problem. So with me personally, I do focus on that area with something like this. This is not for a specific age. This is preventative, as well as it will help with anything that you may already have. So again, I use this personally. I know my mom uses it, so it's good for anyone. So just make sure you are lifting instead of spreading down. So another thing I'd like to let you guys know is anything that is a serum based. So like the Sublime Essence from Lise Watier, or if you're using like a Clarins serum or an Olay serum, whatever it may be, I'll show you a little trick of how you penetrate your serum a little bit deeper into your skin. So once you put your serum on your hand, you squirt a little bit there, you massage it in, make it a little bit warm, and then go in and you pat it into the face like this. You hold it and you pat it. So you want to make sure that the product penetrates deep through your pores and doesn't just sit on the surface and nothing gets absorbed. So you want to make sure that you penetrate it through by pressing it into the skin instead of smearing. One thing I'm going to leave you guys with here is focus on hydration. If you've never used a moisturizer, you've never used skincare products, it's never too late. Your skin is the biggest organ in your body, so for you to hydrate that area, it is very important. You can only afford one thing here. Make sure you get a good moisturizer, just because it's very important for your skin to be hydrated. Anything will help with anti-age if it's hydrated. By drinking lots of water, by adding that moisturizer morning and night, it is very important. Make sure you evaluate your skincare regime and look at it and make sure you have a face wash, you have a toner, you have a good exfoliant, you have a serum, a moisturizer, an eye cream, a sunscreen, and a neck cream as well. So those definitely would be all my recommendations. And these recommendations are mostly good for every skin type and good for every age of skin. So make sure you are looking at the skin type on the bottle. Make sure you're getting the one specifically for your skin. And if you do not know what your skin type is, make sure you ask the beauty advisor at the store you go to, because it will really help you to recognize what type of skin you do have. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave them below in the comment section, because I'll be sure to answer them. So those are my recommendations for mature skin. That is for someone who is 35 and plus, someone who may even have premature aging from genetics or from sun damage, anything like that. This is recommended for them. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a few things. I hope you'll take these home with you, and I hope you'll evaluate your skincare regime and make sure it's full and make sure it benefits your skin type in particular. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.